All right, this is Tapped In. My name is Figueroa-Martinez of DFM Coaching. And on this episode, I'm going to be covering chasing belts. We have all been there. If anyone that's gotten to black belt or brown or even higher, we've all been there at some point. We've experienced the letdown of being in a position where you think you're going to get that belt and you just don't get it. We've all been in that experience of seeing other people who think you're better than, or maybe you genuinely beat, getting promotions ahead of you. So we're going to be covering that. I came across a post on Threads of a gentleman describing his frustration of chasing this belt and not being able to attain it. It's interesting. It sucks when you're seeing other people get promoted and you're not. You know, let's be honest. I've been there. I felt that. I've gone through promotions where you're like, you've been working and you're going to get this stripe or that belt and nothing. I've been to nights where you got a feeling like you're getting close, and like, it has to happen soon. And they pull out that piece of tape, or they start talking about promotions, and it passes right by you and someone else gets it. It's all part of the journey, and it's important to kind of put things into perspective. For me, one thing that I realized once I got to black belt, I was maybe a few weeks in, it dawned on me that I wasn't ever going to be awarded another belt at all. I might get, like, if I live long enough, I might get something. But really, the next promotions are all time-based, 3, and so on. And all I have to do is be present and around, and I get another degree. I don't even have to be super active. I don't have to win a tournament. I'm not gauged by a certain skill level or someone's opinion of me. It's just completely time-based. It's a different set of parameters, and it doesn't feel the same. And when you're going through the belts, blue, purple, brown, up until black, there's something about getting there and being recognized that it's super special. And there's only so many belts that you're going to earn. And I've realized that being in a rush kind of ruins the episode. So I'm going to start with, belts don't define you at all. And they're a benchmark. They're not a definition of your skill level necessarily. Yes, they'll, hey, you're a purple belt level, you're a blue belt level. There is some stuff to that, but it's not as black and white as you might think. You might be a purple belt and you're 47 years old, and there's a purple belt who is 22, and they wreck you. Sometimes you're going to come across a 16-year-old blue belt, and they're going to wreck you. So it's not specific, this means that you are better than someone else skill-wise. Belts don't make you any better. Like, it doesn't create any, like, special powers on me. You don't get to go out there and be like, it's going to enhance any part of your attributes whatsoever. Not at all. If anything, it might create doubt, because now you have to live up to a certain belt and you don't always feel like you're there, especially as you age. So it's really important to build the habits that are going to assist you to get to those next belts and attain the belt that you want and maintain that level of skill. It is less to do about whether someone recognizes you or not. Really eliminate that from your thought process. Build those habits of, my goal is to come in 3-4 times a week. When I'm here, I'm going to be focused on specific goals that I can attain. Some are going to be short term, some are going to be long term. But my process when I'm getting here is all filled with intent, opposed to concern of what I may or may not get at the end of the class, the end of the week, the end of the month. Those habits are really what's going to separate you from everyone else. It's going to give you a position where then you can get noticed. Don't worry about the belt. I'm going to be saying that quite a bit. Focus on what you can control. Again, those habits are what you can control above all. You cannot control whether you're going to be able to submit someone. Some might argue, yes, you can. No. At the end of the day, whether a student is able to submit another student isn't why I might promote them. There's a lot of things that go into the promotion consideration. And I don't grade the same for a 47-year-old that I grade for an 18-year-old. I don't grade the same between competitive and non-competitive. Like you're at a competitive level and you're trying to maintain or build or win at that level, it's going to require some more skill. It's going to require more timing, uh, more sharp or better sharpness. You're going to respond to things differently. If you're a hobbyist and this is something that you do on the side because you got a full-time job, a family, whatnot, I'm going to grade you at that level. But there is a benchmark for each belt. I'm not grading, how do I put this? I'm not grading where a blue belt and maybe I'm considering them to purple that they are a really bad purple, or they're just under that. There is a benchmark of things that I'm looking at where I want to say you're at a purple belt level. Now, purple belt level competitor is being a little sharper. It's going to be a little bit faster. They understand timing. They understand the reaction time of things. It's going to feel different. But I have a benchmark for each belt for myself. Again, just focus on building the game that you're building day in and day out. Stop worrying about whether the weather's going to be bad, whether someone else is building their house faster, whether you got injured and now it's going to delay you. None of these things are things that you can control. They don't really, in some ways, determine whether you're going to be of quality or not. There's been times when I've had injuries and it has slowed me down, but at the same time, it allowed me to focus on things that I may not have focused on otherwise. I may have completely negated aspects of my game because I was so focused on this specific thing, maybe something offensive. And because I was injured, I had to play a more deeper defensive game, and that allowed me to enrich a guard that maybe I would have neglected. So everything that happens on the mats, just like in life, kind of happens for a reason. You're not going to figure it all out. It's not always going to make sense. It's not always going to be the thing that you wished would have happened. And it's going to force you to have to deal with things that are unaccounted for. If you can embrace that unaccounted for position and just say, it is what it is, we're going to deal with it right now. I didn't get the promotion that I wanted. Perhaps I'm just not ready. Perhaps I'm focusing on the wrong things. Perhaps I'm missing a key detail in this entire process that I need to focus on. Those conversations with your professor, your coach, your gym owner are going to be huge. And I understand some gyms do not allow for those questions. Those are gyms that I feel like you should probably go somewhere else. When I'm promoting, and currently at the gym that I'm at, we promote June and December. When I'm getting ready to have the promotions and I know that I'm not going to promote someone, either a degree or the belt itself, I have that conversation. I tell them, hey, you're getting really close. You're not quite there. I don't want to promote you early. You're on your own path. I'm going to continue to work with you on X, Y, Z. I think that you're doing really well on this, this, and this. I want to see a little bit more from this. And that at least it conveys the message of what I'm seeing. It allows them to have some quality feedback and specific goals of what they want to continue to work on. I absolutely hated going to the gym on promotion day and being up in the air on whether I was going to get something or not. I hated going through the entire process and not getting anything. That wasn't a great feeling for me. So I have gone out of my way to kind of communicate that with people as much as I can. I understand that you might miss some people here and there because everyone's kind of moving differently, especially around promotion time, that you may not have reached everyone, but your goal should be to have these constant communications with people where they have a better idea of where they are and it's not just up in the air. Lastly, what your coach is looking for, kind of like what I went over, is really specific to you in most cases. Like sometimes I remember I had a kid who, it was a set of three. They're all different ages, but they're siblings. And this little girl, when her brothers got promoted, would not cheer. She would get sad, mad. She would get upset. Tears. Sometimes she would break down in tears. And my goal with her was I need to get her to the point where she understands that She is got to be a good teammate and sister and cheer for her brothers getting promoted. So I stopped promoting them at the same time. Mind you, she was a lot younger, so they weren't quite at the same time, but I just refused to promote them at the same time. And what I did with her was I promoted them first when it was time, and I wanted to see how she would react. And when she responded upset again, I pulled her to the side and I said, hey, so it's hard to watch people get promoted when you want to get promoted, especially your brothers, but I need you to cheer them on, because there's going to be times when you're going to get promoted and they're not, and you want them to cheer you on. I took that she understood the message, and the following, I don't remember what we did later, we ended up having promotions, and she cheered them on like the number one cheerleader. And I was like, okay, that's what I'm looking for. At the time, these were small kids, so we would promote, I think, every 6 weeks if they were coming regularly and understanding the course. So when she cheered them on, I was like, okay, she's ready. She had the technique. She had the things that I was looking for that age group. She was coming regularly, but I needed her to be a good teammate. The same happens with adults. Sometimes you're looking for someone to understand how to roll properly, especially the white belts. Like maybe some people are just not quite cooperative roles and they steamroll people. It doesn't make me want to promote you. I need to see that you're becoming a teammate with the people around you. And then you're going to have those hard roles with the other people that are like your gym rivals. That's different. But if I can see that you're cooperative and you're understanding how to kind of like meet people on their terms and then getting yours and they get theirs, and it's a teammate togetherness type role, that's indication that you're starting to mature a little bit. If you're dangerous, I'm not promoting you. We're going to have a discussion about it. If you're someone who maybe you're bigger and you're rarely on your back and you don't have a guard, and when I roll with you, I see that you don't have a guard, I'm not promoting you to the next belt, especially from white to blue. I need to see that if you are put on your back by someone bigger, that you would be able to execute technique to get from under that person, not just, hey, I flipped them over because I'm 50 pounds heavier. Sometimes I've also had students who maybe they had issues in taking criticism. That's something that I'm also trying to coach out of someone, because I want them to, again, you have to be coachable. You have to understand that I'm trying to help you. And if you can gather and accept criticism, then that also is part of the equation. This is not just, at least for me, it is not just, hey, you're beating everyone in the gym here. Here's your belt. I need to make sure that you're of quality. I need to make sure that you understand that this is a team, even though it's a individual sport. I need to understand that you're going to be safe, that you're going to take care of the people you roll with, that when things get bad, I want to know what kind of temperament you have. Do you accept losing well? Do you fall apart? Do you get angry? Like all those things are equations or part of the equation, so that I can understand what kind of person you're going to be when you uphold this belt and you go somewhere and they ask you, hey, where'd you get your blue belt, your purple belt, your brown belt? Oh, I got it from David. Like I want to know that when you go out there, you can represent as a quality training partner and person. I don't need you to win worlds. I don't need you to win finals at ADCC or whatever. I don't care. It's not my priority. I just want to make sure that you're a quality person when you get on the mat and you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing. And sometimes when you are getting ready for that belt, it's just one or two things that maybe you're missing. It doesn't mean that you're a terrible training partner. It doesn't mean that you're a terrible practitioner. It doesn't mean any of these things. Sometimes you need a little extra time to bake. And when these other people are baking differently, they are their own recipe. You're your own recipe. All of you are figuring out how to get to the same goal in your own lane. Some people are going to get there faster. Some people are going to get there slower. Some people are going to get there with athleticism. And some of us who are smaller it's going to take a little bit longer because the technique needs more time. Don't be in a rush to get to that next belt. Again, you only have blue, purple, brown, and in black. And then it's over. There's no more belts to get. If you're in your 40s, by the time you get black belt, you're pretty much done. So there's this aspect of chasing that belt that almost robs you of just enjoying the moments. And those are the things that when I look back after getting my black belt that I really missed. Not that I didn't take it in. I feel like I should have taken it in even more. I think I should have just if it was anything that I could have erased, it would have been my hunger to get out of blue and get to purple. I hated being in blue. It was a shitty belt for me. It just felt like, you're 3-4 years in and all you have to show for you is a blue in my mind. Now looking back, I wish I would have been really proud of blue and every belt that I got after that. I was proud of purple, I was proud of brown, but I think I should have spent more time at blue just being proud of it and enjoying it and enjoying everything that would have been at blue. I hope this helps. I hope this makes it clicks for some people and that they understand this is all transition. You're going to get to a point when you get to black belt where you're just going to miss it and you're going to wish that you had maybe done it a little different. Anyways, if you have any questions, please hit me up on Instagram, dfm.2099 or Threads. If you want to work with me, dfmcoaching.com. I love answering questions, loves interacting with people. You'll see me on Threads quite often. Again, need anything, please hit me up. Thank you.